shortage of fuel oil in the country. Prime Minister directs to take necessary measures to stop smuggling of fuel oil and to ensure price does not go up, informs Chief Whip after meeting of lawmakers of BNP. BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman visits party's central office for the first time after assuming office as Prime Minister, exchanging views with cabinet members, members of parliament and party's senior leaders. Dilara Hafiz, spouse of Jatiyo সংসদ Speaker Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram, passed away undergoing treatment in Singapore. President and Prime Minister expressed condolence. People's expectations and aspirations are martyrs of student mass uprising to be given highest priority in case of constitutional reform, says Home Minister. People returning to the capital after spending Eid vacation, crowd at bus, train and launch terminals. Salaries, allowances and awards to be given to 129 players, those who achieved international success in 2025. Prime Minister to present the awards on March the 30th, informed State Minister for Youth and Sports. US-Israel attack on Iran's nuclear facility. Tehran threatens retaliatory strike. Yemen's Houthis join war with ballistic missiles attack on Israel. And in Maldives, Bangladesh draw 1-1 with India in SAF Under-20 Football Championship. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shamim Khan, welcoming you all to News at 10. Those were the headlines. We now move on to the news in details. BNP Chairman and Prime Minister Tariq Rahman exchanged views with party leaders, cabinet members and lawmakers at the party's Noya Polton Central Office this evening. Earlier he arrived at the Central Office around 7:20 p.m. while BNP leaders and activists welcomed him upon his arrival. This is the first time Tariq Rahman visited the party's Noya Polton office after assuming office as Prime Minister. A large number of party leaders and activists have gathered at the Noya Polton area since the afternoon to mark his arrival. They chanted slogans, making the entire area vibrant. Members of law enforcement agencies were seen performing their duties to ensure safety and security for the event. At the function, BNP Chairman Tariq Rahman said to party leaders and activists, people are looking towards the party with high expectations. Leaders and activists across the country must be patient, remain within the bounds of law and order and stand by the people. Tariq Rahman urged leaders and activists not to crowd on the streets when coming to the party office for work.
মানুষ অনেক প্রত্যাশা নিয়ে দলের দিকে তাকিয়ে আছে। কাজে এখানে যে সকল নেতা কর্মী আছে, সারা দেশে আমাদের যে সকল নেতা কর্মী আছে, আমাদেরকে ধৈর্য ধরতে হবে, আমাদেরকে আইন শৃঙ্খলার ভিতরে থাকতে হবে এবং আমাদেরকে মানুষের পাশে দাঁড়াতে হবে। মানুষের সমস্যা হয়, কষ্ট হয়, অসুবিধা হয়, সেই জিনিসগুলো করা যাবে না। একই সাথে অনেক সমস্যা আছে দেশে, মানুষকে বোঝাতে হবে, মানুষকে পাশে দাঁড়াতে হবে, মানুষকে ধৈর্য ধারণ করানো শেখাতে হবে বা ধৈর্য ধারণে সহযোগিতা করতে হবে মানুষকে।
Energy and Mineral Resources Division has said there is no shortage of fuel oil in the country. The government says that the supply situation remains normal as imports from the international market continue. Meanwhile, an oil tanker named MT Grand Kuva carrying 30,000 tons of fuel arrived at Chattogram port. The vessel contains 10,000 tons of diesel and 20,000 tons of jet fuel. This is the 9th oil tanker to arrive this month. Although several more ships are expected, there is some uncertainty in the schedule. Not only oil but liquefied natural gas (LNG) is also coming to strengthen energy security. Within the next few days, 3 ships carrying approximately 2 lakh tons of LNG will arrive at Chattogram port. Bangladesh Petroleum Corporation (BPC) says that there are currently about 2 lakh tons of diesel in stock in the country. With new consignments being added, there is no risk of a supply shortage. Although there is some pressure on the supply chain due to global instability, the government says initiatives are being taken to collect fuel from alternative sources as well. Meanwhile, as part of strict monitoring to ensure proper fuel supply, mobile courts are being conducted. Already 293 mobile courts have been operated in 62 districts, taking action against illegal hoarding and irregularities. The government says there is currently no decision to increase fuel oil prices. It also urged people to refrain from hoarding in the hope of making excessive profit. In addition to ensure security of fuel depots, Border Guard Bangladesh (BGB) has been deployed in different parts of the country. Prime Minister Tariq Rahman has directed the authorities to take necessary steps to stop fuel oil smuggling and ensure that fuel prices do not increase. He gave the directives at a meeting of ruling party members of parliament held at the ruling party's meeting room at the Jatiya সংসদ Bhavan this afternoon. The meeting was informed that there was no shortage of fuel oil in the country. The Prime Minister also instructed the concerned authorities to conduct drives against those who are stockpiling excess fuel oil and attempting to create an artificial crisis through smuggling. The Premier also delivered a directional speech addressing Treasury bench members to infuse dynamism in parliamentary activities. The meeting also discussed ongoing government activities, current political scenario, legislative activities and future action plans. At the onset of the meeting, BNP lawmakers deeply mourned the death of Professor Dilara Hafiz, spouse of Speaker Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram, and offered a special prayer seeking her eternal peace. Chief Whip of the Jatiya সংসদ Nurul Islam Moni briefed media after the meeting. Chief Whip said that Tariq Rahman also directed to investigate cause of accidents during travel on the occasion of Eid al-Fitr this year and take necessary measures. Dilara Hafiz, spouse of Speaker Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram, passed away at the age of 78 while undergoing treatment at Singapore General Hospital at 1:29 p.m. local time in Singapore. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. At the time of her death, she is survived by her husband, 2 sons, 1 daughter, grandchildren, and numerous admirers. Her body will be brought back to the country tomorrow evening. The first funeral prayer will be held on Monday at 11 a.m. at the South Plaza of Jatiya সংসদ Bhavan. After that, following Zuhr prayers, another funeral prayer will be held at the Central Mosque of Cantonment, and she will be buried at Banani Military Graveyard. Dilara Hafiz was born on January the 2nd, 1949 in Shunamganj. Her father was Muhammad Abul Hussain Chaudhry and her mother was Karimunnisa Khatun Chaudhry. She began her career as a lecturer at Government Eden College. Later, she successfully served at Sohrawardi College as Principal of Eden College, Chairman of National Curriculum and Textbook Board, and Director General of the Directorate of Second and Higher Education. President Muhammad Shahabuddin expressed deep sorrow and grief over the death of Dilara Hafiz, spouse of Speaker of National Parliament, retired Major Hafizuddin Ahmed. In a condolence message today, the President conveyed his heartfelt sympathy to the Speaker and the bereaved family members and prayed for eternal peace of the departed soul. The President said that the nation will remember with gratitude outstanding contributions of Dilara Hafiz in the field of education. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman also expressed deep sorrow and grief over the death of Dilara Hafiz, spouse of Speaker retired Major Hafizuddin Ahmed Bir Bikram. In a condolence message today, Prime Minister Tariq Rahman said that late Dilara Hafiz was a distinguished educationist and social worker. With her death, the nation lost a noble educationist. Chief Whip Nurul Islam Moni, Information and Broadcasting Minister Zahiruddin Shapon, State Minister Yasir Khan Chaudhry, Road Transport Minister Sheikh Rabiul Alam, State Minister Rajib Ahsan, and State Minister for Land Muhammad Mizanur Rahman Minu also condole the death of Dilara Hafiz. To make the activities of the 13th National Parliament more dynamic, the first meeting of National Parliament Committee was held today at 11 a.m. The meeting, chaired by Government Chief Whip Nurul Islam Moni, was held at the Cabinet Room of the National Parliament Secretariat and was attended by 11 members of the committee, including Opposition Deputy Leader Dr. Abdullah Tahir. After the meeting, Government Chief Whip Muhammad Nurul Islam Moni said that discussions were held on housing and medical facilities for members of Parliament. He expressed hope that allocation of housing for MPs would be completed by April the 10th. The Chief Whip also said that a committee has been formed, led by Sergeant-at-Arms, to investigate the cause of sound disruption on the first day of parliamentary session. The investigation committee will submit its report by April the 3rd. He also said that the meeting expressed condolences over the death of Speaker's spouse. Home Minister Salahuddin Ahmed said that the Constitution will be amended by giving top priority to the expectations of the people and aspirations of the martyrs of student mass uprising. He made the remarks today while responding to questions from journalists after training closing parade of 43rd BCS Police Batch at Bangladesh Police Academy in Sharda Rajshahi. The minister said that all amendment processes would be carried out through a consensus-based agreement founded on July National Charter signed among political parties. He emphasized that a constitution reform committee would be formed to hold detailed discussions and formulate proposals. Responding to a question regarding possible inclusion of Dilara Rahman as proclaimer of independence in the constitution, Home Minister said the matter would be reviewed by the reform committee. He further noted that the committee would prepare a draft prioritizing the key issues outlined in July Charter, which serves as a document of political consensus. The final decision on amendments would be taken through a constitutional process, including first, second and third readings in the National Parliament. Addressing the certificate distribution ceremony as chief guest, the minister urged the newly commissioned officers to serve the country with honesty, courage and humanity. Inspector General of Police Muhammad Ali Hussain Fakir and Principal Additional IGP of Bangladesh Police Academy GM Azizur Rahman were present at the program. Liberation War Affairs Minister Ahmed Azam Khan said the government will scrutinize the list of freedom fighters to ensure proper respect and rehabilitation for the genuine freedom fighters. The minister said this at a mass reception of freedom fighters marking Independence and National Day at Dhaka South City Corporation DSCC premises today. Presided over by DSCC Administrator Abdul Salam, freedom fighter leaders spoke at the program. Speakers at the function said that the freedom fighters are the heroic sons of the soil, and so the dignity and proper honor should be ensured. Dhaka has become busy again after long Eid holidays as people return to work after spending time with their families in the village homes. As offices, banks and courts fully reopen, many people are now returning to the capital by bus, launch and especially by train. Trains are experiencing heavy congestion with passengers seen even on rooftops and inside overcrowded compartments. There were no major complaints about train travel, and although the journey brought some tiredness, happy moments spent with family made this year's Eid trip mostly enjoyable. Despite additional passengers compared to available seats and some schedule disruptions, many travelers are choosing rail transport for its time-saving benefits and relative safety. For many families, trains are still considered one of the safest modes of travel. After celebrating Eid al-Fitr, people are returning to Dhaka. Schools and colleges are also set to reopen. Passenger pressure has increased on waterways as well as on roads and railways. A similar scene was seen at Shodorghat launch terminal this morning. Passengers said they had a happy time with their families during the long holiday. However, memories of accidents during Eid travel still make them worried. They call on the authorities to ensure safe and smooth travel in future. At the same time, many people are still leaving the capital. To avoid Eid rush, they are now traveling home more comfortably. Authorities including BIWTA and law enforcement agencies are working to ensure passenger safety. Now, international news.